Welcome back to this brand new episode. Today we will be speaking with a dog and child daycare on how they are taking care of our furry and maybe not so furry family members. Who am I speaking with and what is your business?
Larkin, Combe. My business is Canine Resorts in Apex, and we do doggy daycare and boarding.
Where are you guys located within Apex?
We are located 1002 Investment Boulevard in Apex.
As of right now, are your facilities still open?
We are open because we have customers who are essential personnel workers. They have nowhere to take their pet. So,
since you are still open, what are you doing to help stop the spread of COVID-19?
We have ramped up our disinfecting process. We disinfect and sanitize the facility all day, and we pretty much doubled the process. We just wipe everything down. We do curbside pickup and handoff just to try to, keep the 6-foot distance and limit the amount of people in the facility. And you don't know what's working and what's not working. We're just trying to follow all of the guidelines dictated by the county and the CDC.
When I have been to your facility before, I know that you have immaculate spaces. I mean, these rooms for the dogs are bigger than my dorm room was. So they definitely get treated like kings and queens, but you also had a lot of sanitation features, so I can only imagine how clean your facility is now.
Exactly. I mean, we take pride in the facility being super clean, and we double that process. Disinfectants we use are hospital grade, and we reached out to the disinfecting companies of the products we use, and they informed us that what we use does, in fact, kill COVID-19. So we wipe everything down. We increase the amount of times that we disinfect. And, you can just only hope that the procedures are working, more so in the time that we clearly need it.
Mm-hmm. Well, that is very reassuring to hear. And you said that a lot of people that are still dropping off their dogs are special personnel or maybe a first responder, so you still do have a good amount of dogs within your facility?
The amount of dogs we have has decreased considerably under the circumstances, but we still have enough to want to stay open to provide the service. It's not at this point a money-making thing. That's not happening, I don't think, for many businesses at this point, but it's more about just being available to the people who do need you, community, and your employees. I mean, you want to try to keep, the employees' paychecks coming because, how can they provide for their family? So it's more of a service-based performance at this point. It's definitely not a moneymaker. And that's, I don't know how long, for the foreseeable future until things turn the corner. We have a lot of customers that work from home now because of the COVID-19. They have to work from home, and the dogs are going crazy in the house and getting on their nerves. They can't get work done.
Yes, my dog barks all the time.
Yeah, right. Exactly. You got dogs barking. You got people on conference calls, and things are just not viable for them. So they need to take the dog somewhere. And those customers are coming here, dogs that we haven't seen in quite some time because circumstances didn't dictate, but now they do. So we just want to be a resource where, customers can come and the community can come if need be. And that's the only thing we can do. It's about the employees. It's clearly about the community. But I can assure you it's not a money-making thing at this point, and just be here.
And is there anything else that you would like to share about your facility to the community?
The only thing I would just like to say is we're here. We're here for as long as we can be here to provide a service that we feel is essential and needed, and we're going to try to do it as long as humanly possible.
Well, thank you so much for coming on the podcast today.
My pleasure. I appreciate your time. I think you're great, and you do great work, and you do great things for this community, and I appreciate it. I'm sure everyone else does too.
Well, thank you. We are now talking to Chloe, who actually works at a daycare center. So what is your company doing to help prevent the spread of disease?
Well, my company cleans normally like there's a disease always. We always clean our school, and right now we've been cleaning our individual toys a lot more. So yesterday I actually sat down and cleaned about 24 bins of toys with bleach. So that was a lot. But we clean like that regularly. So it's not like we're really changing that much that we do, because we always treat our school like there's something that we need to get rid of.
Do you still have the same number of staff on hand?
So yeah, we actually do. We have the same number of staff, and I think part of that is that our company wants to be able to pay all of our teachers and provide those hours. So all of our teachers are still there, and we're all staying for the duration of our shift every day. So yeah, we're still all there.
So obviously your facilities are still open, but are they operating on a normal hour schedule, or have the hours changed?
So the hours are actually still the same. We're open from 7 to 6 at night. Parents have the option to drop their kid off earlier than that, or they can stay later than that with an extra charge.
And are there a lot of children still there?
The number has definitely decreased a lot. So we have around 200 students on the daily, but now we're having around 30 come in. And those children are mostly the children of those essential personnel. We also have some children that are coming because their parents are working from home, but mostly the children that are there are children of doctors or nurses or people that are needed.
You kind of did touch on this, but a lot of the parents then are medical personnel.
Yes, so a lot of our parents my school is located in RTP, so a lot of businesses around there are still actually open, and most of the parents that are still dropping their kids off are still needed at work.
And anything else that you would like the public to know about your facility?
My facility is very clean all the time, but it's still always a worry because we have parents coming from Duke and Biogen and stuff like that. And for me, it's kind of worrisome because of my family's health. But at the end of the day, I'm very lucky to still get paid, and I'm lucky to know that I still have my job even if we do end up shutting down.
Well, thank you so much for speaking with us today, Chloe.
You're welcome, and thank you for having me.
I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Join me next time as we begin our 2-part restaurant edition of my podcast.